Okay, this is lesson 1-3, order of operations. And if you'll remember, when it comes to order of operations, the first thing that we do is anything that's inside parentheses. We do all parentheses. Second, we do any of the exponents that we have. Third is multiplication and division, LR. And LR means from left to right. So I start at the left side and go to the right and do any multiplication and division I might have. If, say for instance, I had 16 divided by 4 times 2. A lot of times students will want to do the multiplication first in this problem, but that's not what they're supposed to do. They start at the left hand side and they do any they come to as they come to it. So here I would first have to say 16 divided by 4 and get 4 times 2, and then do 4 times 2 and get 8. If I had done 4 times 2 and had gotten 8 and then divided it into 16, I would have gotten 2, which would be a completely different answer. And that's why order of operations is so important. The fourth step is addition and subtraction, LR, left to right. Again, if I had 10 minus 2 plus 1, I would have to do the subtraction first in this case because it comes first. 10 minus 2 is 8, and then I would do 8 plus 1, which is 9. Keep that in mind, because that's where people make the most mistakes. Well, I have chosen 4 homework problems to do with you. The first one is number 24. And number 24 is 28 divided by 7, and then we have a parentheses and a 5. Well, that parentheses can be a little confusing because I told you the first step was parentheses, right? But everything is solved within that parentheses. And this parentheses is really simply multiplication now. So I could actually rewrite the problem 28 divided by 7 and then put a dot 5. That might make it easier for you to understand. So now I'm going to start from the left side and I have division first. So how many times does 7 go into 28? And that would be 4. And then 4 times 5 would be what I would do next. And I would get 20. The next one I chose to work with you is number 30. Number 30 is 24 divided by 3 plus 5 cubed. Remember, we use the word cubed to mean to the 3rd power. Now, I have no parentheses, right? So the second step says that I need to do all exponents. So I need to do this right here, 5 cubed. Well, let's say I don't know what 5 cubed is. It's 5 times 5 times 5. Well, we have calculators we're allowed to use, so let's use them. I would go 5, and to put in the exponent, I would hit the Y to the X button, and then it had an exponent of 3. And then I hit calculate, and I get 125. And always copy the rest of the problem after you do that operation. It will keep you from making silly mistakes. Now, I'm going to say 24 divided by 3. Well, I have to decide 3 will go into 24 how many times? And I get 8. And then 8 plus 125 and I get 133 for my answer. The next one I'm going to do with you is number 34. Number 34, we have 18 times 10 to the third. And this is an interesting problem because there's a little trick you can use when you have 10 to any exponent. You can look at the exponent and that tells you how many zeros it will be. So I don't have to put that one in the calculator because all I have to do is write a 1 and then put 3 zeros. And if I want to check it, I have my calculator. I could just go 10 y to the x 3 and I get 1,000. That way I'm double sure. And then I can simply take that and I'm ready to multiply now times 18, and you will see to check yourself it's 18 with the 3 zeros. So you can really take some shortcuts on that. And the last problem I'm going to do for you is number 40. Number 40 is 9 divided by 3 times 14 parentheses 10 minus 8 close parentheses minus 60. Now this one is a little bit longer, but we still do the same thing. I'm going to do all parentheses first. So I'm going to go 8 minus 10 first, and I get 2. And notice I left it in that parentheses, which means simply to multiply now. That simply means 14 times 2. It's no longer really a parentheses, even though that's how I've written it. Now I'm going to do multiplication LR. So I start at the left and I have 9 divided by 3 first. Well, 9 divided by 3 is 3. And then I copy the rest. And now I do this multiplication first. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry your 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Plus 1 is 4. And then that's going to be times 2 minus 60. And now I do this multiplication. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8 minus 60. And then I just say 60 from 84. And I get 24 is my answer. Be sure you circle your answers on your homework. That's very important so I can check it. Okay.